Speak on the Local Government Bill 2019. There is no doubt that change and accountability are needed at the local government level. Our communities are growing rapidly and the challenges faced by council grow with them. Councils are constrained by an act which was originally set in 1989 with an amendment upon amendment, creating a mountain of red tape. Councils have a direct line to the community and they need to be able to listen and take on board the needs of their communities, to advocate for them at a state level. They need to be nimble to deal with the new challenges as they arise. In most regards, this bill delivers what councils have been asking for. It will strengthen communication with the community and make councils more accountable. Proper planning with community input is a feature of the bill, as is the ability for councils to work together, which may see some streamlining of services and better collaboration on local issues. It will provide education training for councillors, teaching them how to advocate with their constituents, how local government should work and what are the expectations in terms of their behaviour, conduct, representatives of their community. Almost every professional industry has a continuous professional development requirement, and local government, indeed state and federal government, should be no different. How else do we grow and change if we're not aware of new ways of doing things? The bill attempts to revive our local council environment, but is not without controversy. I have met with ratepayers associations and without fail they are very unhappy with the performance of their local councils. In fact, they don't think the bill is tough enough on holding councils and councillors accountable. While we agree with them in principle, it is the state government's responsibility to hold councils to account, but ratepayers should not be feeling they are consistently ignored. They want this bill to be tougher and the penalties for bad behaviour to be stronger. They want councils that work for the ratepayers, and to be fair, you can't ignore that. So 85% of this bill is not controversial. It's a little bit soft, but it's a good start. However, the other 15% is controversial. When meeting with councils in the Eastern Metro region, they were divided with different views between and even within councils. The only consistency is the inconsistency. Without fail, the sticking point on this piece of legislation is the move to single-member wards for all councils. The exception is councils with large geographical areas and small populations, such as some rural councils where it makes more sense than that councillors overlap. Those who already have single wards in place will be unaffected, but multi-member wards are generally not happy. Single-member wards give residents direct representation and councillors will be more accountable to their local communities. There will also need to campaign well and understand the community they represent. It won't be enough to just put your hand up and align yourself to a party. Candidates will need to be active and involved in their communities and put some skin in the game. As an advocate for fairness and someone who has been elected with a mission in mind, I understand the effort that goes into fighting for fairness and being a voice of a particular community. There is no room for lazy candidates. If you're elected to represent a community, then you must know that community. You must fight for them, advocate for them, not share their responsibility and too many councils have complained that they are carrying an unfair share of the load in their multi-member ward. It is disappointing that we haven't dealt with the serious issue of donations for influence to councils. We understand the government is doing some work in this area and we look forward to dealing with this at another time. I will support this bill and I think it makes an effort at cleaning up the Act, which I am led to believe is almost 4 times the size of the original 1989 bill due to the number of amendments over the last 30 years. It's time we modernised local council and made them more efficient and accountable. Is the bill perfect? No, but it's a starting point. I commend this bill to the House.